Last time, you crossed the ocean as a Spanish troublemaker with legal handwriting, military ambitions, and the self-control of a lit torch in a powder room. You were not sent to conquer an empire. You were sent to explore the coast, find trade, maybe grab some gold and come home before your governor remembered why he should never have trusted you. Instead, you heard about a rich country far to the west. So now we need to ask a simple question. What exactly are you walking into? Because this is not just a tribe with gold. This is a whole world. And the first thing Europeans misunderstand is the technology gap. The people ahead of you do not have iron weapons. They do not have horses. They do not use the wheel for transport. They fight with wooden weapons edged with obsidian. Their armor is often thick cotton. So from a European military point of view, this looks backward, but then you look again. They have huge cities, roads, markets, state messengers, tax systems, libraries, crafts, agriculture, political alliances. So yes, no horses. But they can send messages faster than some European states can make decisions. Apparently, if you do not have horses, you just train people to run, like the postal service depends on their lungs. Which it does. The empire ahead of you belongs to the Mexica, better known later as the Aztecs. And their origin story sounds like something designed for a national logo because, well, it eventually becomes one. They are told to find an eagle eating a serpent on a cactus. They find that sign on islands in a lake. Convenient? Not exactly. All the good land around the lake is already occupied, so they settle in the one place nobody else wanted. A swampy island, most people would complain. The Aztecs build Tenochtitlan, because apparently if life gives you a lake, you build a capital on top of it. Causeways, canals, temples, gardens, markets, boats everywhere. By the time Spaniards see it, it will look less like a village and more like Venice decided to become a military empire. But there is a problem. This empire is young, very young. It grows fast, conquers fast, demands tribute fast, and makes enemies even faster. It is not one happy national family. It is a system of conquered peoples, fearful allies, old rivals, tribute states, and semi-independent pockets left alive for very practical reasons. Because the Aztec state needs prisoners. And now we arrive at the part everyone waits for, the religion. Let's not pretend this was just colorful local tradition. To Spanish Catholics of the 16th century, what they saw looked like the devil had opened a ministry of culture. The Aztecs believed the world was unstable. The sun needed support. The gods required blood. The end of the world was not a metaphor, it was a scheduling concern. So human sacrifice became part of public religion and state power. Not a rare secret horror in a basement, a central institution. For them, it helped keep the cosmos alive. For the Spaniards, who had just arrived from the most aggressively Catholic country in Europe, this looked like permission from heaven to start breaking things. And that is one of the most important parts of the story. Gold gives you motivation. Religion gives you justification. Very convenient combination, but the Aztecs are not idiots. This old myth that they simply believed the Spaniards were gods and therefore forgot how politics works? Too simple. Too flattering to the Spaniards. Too useful for later propaganda. What actually happens is more interesting. Their ruler Montezuma hears about the strangers early. His intelligence network is good. Couriers move fast. Reports arrive before you even understand the size of the land you have entered. The message is strange. White men from the sea, metal clothing, thunder weapons, giant riding animals. Are they gods? Probably not. Are they dangerous? Obviously. So Montezuma does what rulers do when something dangerous appears and they do not yet know whether to crush it, bribe it, study it, or politely make it go away. He sends envoys, and the envoys arrive in style. Ceremony, attendance, gifts, and gold. This is where two worlds misunderstand each other beautifully. For the Aztecs, gold is decoration, status, art. For Spaniards, gold is not decoration. Gold is oxygen with a shine. So when they give you a chest of golden objects, they think, here, take gifts, respect our power, and go away. You think, excellent, the vault is somewhere inland. The envoys are trying to end the problem. They accidentally advertise the sequel. They tell you in polite language, our ruler is very important. He does not need to meet you. Take supplies, take gifts, leave. You answer, Nice gifts, lovely weather, I still need to meet him. They bring more gifts. You become more interested. Negotiations continue like this for months. They want you gone, you want in, everyone smiles, nobody trusts anyone. Meanwhile, your situation is getting worse. Food supply becomes uncertain. Water becomes a problem. Your men are restless. Some of them remember that your original mission is already complete. You explored. You found gold. You got captives. You have information. Time to go home. Very reasonable. Unfortunately, reason is not in command. You are. And now you see the real opportunity. The empire is rich but not loved. Powerful but nervous. Religious but terrified of omens. Huge but full of cracks. And suddenly the impossible begins to look almost practical. Not because 500 Spaniards can defeat millions, they cannot. But because maybe those millions are not on the same side. That is the key. Not steel, not horses, not cannons, hatred. In the final part, you stop being an explorer, legally mutate into your own government, burn the way home, and march toward the city on the lake. Which is insane. But, as history is about to prove, insane is not the same thing as impossible.